you just eat normal, your body will naturally go to the weight that it needs to. You don't have to do these crazy eating diets to go quickly. A lot of people want to do it quickly, so then they go on these crazy diets. Hey there, NAC Warrior. How's it going today? So let's see. What's the question for today? I love these questions because they're really good questions that I'm getting here. What are some major red flags everyone needs to watch out for when losing weight quickly? Okay. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So there's this. Red flags are interesting to me because they're red flags. They signal something for you, and they're super important. There was this one time when I was younger, in New Hampshire. We have this place called the New Hampshire Speedway. And I was lucky to get the opportunity to be one of those people out there waving the flags when I was younger. And it was super cool because the cars would go around, and actually they were motorcycles. The motorcycles would go around, and if something happened, I either had to put up a yellow flag or a red flag or whatever. And it was actually kind of scary too because you didn't want to lift up the wrong flag, and it was so noisy at the speedway, and you had this thing on, and it was very hard to hear what people were saying because it was so loud. And you're like, okay, what flag did they said? You're like, oh, I hope red. So you kind of like look around. I was super scared. Like I was going to put up the wrong flag. But it's important to understand these red flags because it helps signal people like there's danger here, right? And so what are some of the dangers if I could wave a flag to you when you're going out there and looking at programs to lose weight, especially if you want to lose weight quickly? If you find a program that's like, hey, lose weight in 1 year, I'm pretty sure that's a pretty safe program. I won't say 100%, but I would say that's a pretty realistic program, to lose weight consistently over a year. When they say lose weight in 7 days, 15 days, that's scary to me. So the red flags that I would put up there is unless you're doing a cleanse. Yeah, if you're doing a cleanse, that's okay to like calorie count is important. A lot of people think, oh, I need to lose weight. I need to reduce my calories. I'm under the assumption, let's say you are overweight. If you ate what you should normally eat on a day-to-day basis and just eat that amount, your body will naturally go to its natural weight. Now, that's a whole different discussion, your natural weight, which most people don't like. But, that if you just eat normal, your body will naturally go to the weight that it needs to. You don't have to do these crazy eating diets to go quickly. A lot of people want to do it quickly, so then they go on these crazy diets. But if you just ate normal, and ate good foods, then you would naturally get down to the weight that you should be at. If for whatever reason you do want to go into a deficit of your normal, because that's the thing is like if you're eating one way that's not healthy, then you go to normal eating, you automatically create a deficit. But I don't like to call that a deficit because it's what you should be doing. A deficit to me is eating lower than what you should be eating. And a lot of programs out there will have you eating less than like 1,200 calories. And based on talking to dietitians like Megan Ryan from Aware, the dietitians are starting to say like you should not be doing any diets that are lower than 1,200 calories per day. And the only reason I would ever violate that rule, ever, would be because I'm doing a cleanse. And that would be a short-term cleanse. Just to clean out the body of toxins or something like that. Then I may go on like a all liquid vegetable diet. But, for me on those, like I consume so much. Like I'm drinking all day. And sometimes I'm doing soups and stuff that I'm still getting maybe not as many calories as I should, but I'm still getting in as much food as I can compact into myself. And that's the difference. I think a lot of people try to avoid foods. When I'm doing those cleanse, I'm like going all out. Like I'm trying to constantly fill my body up with something. Like I'm constantly drinking green powder, or liquefying my vegetables. So I guess that would be the only time I would go below that, but it would be very short term, unless there was a medical reason why I needed to go that low. Um, for those who fast, here's here's something that really I'm making sure I'm on topic here. Yeah, those who fast, like I'm fasting right now. I would say that a lot of people have in my opinion, this is just my opinion. A lot of people are misinformed about fasting. Fasting means just taking a break. That does not mean stop eating the proper amount of calories. Like, I will stop eating, say, I don't know, whenever I feel like stop eating, but at some point, definitely by 2 a.m., depending on how late I'm staying up, I will not eat till 12 p.m. I just don't eat till 12 p.m. And then when I do eat, it's probably breakfast like, but like the time from 12 to whenever I go to bed, I'm consuming still the same amount of calories that I am. I'm just taking a break for that amount of time from eating. So if I need 3,000 calories or 2,700 calories in my diet or whatever it is, like I'm still putting in those amount of calories. I'm just doing it in a shorter, in a tinier span of time, and I'm allowing more time to elapse before I do that. I'm not cutting the calories out when I fast. And I think, or is that what it's called? Fasting or taking a break, whatever they want to call it these days. You know me in labels and stuff. I guess I should know so I can help you. But yeah, fasting. Um, I would never try to deprive myself of calories. I still believe in eating the proper amount of foods, and I would say that like just by doing that, eating proper foods, doing the fasting, for break fast breakfast. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with fasting, as long as you still get the amount of calories that are in there. So for me, and you know, uh, outlandish claims, right? Outlandish claims like lose 20 pounds in 3 days. Come on, come on. Like you've probably spent, if you're looking for health and fitness, you probably spent the last 6 months plus years, who knows what, of treating your body to get it the way it is now. I think a lot of people forget that. Like you've spent 6 plus months working on getting the body that you have now. And then in a shorter amount of time, 3 months, 30 days, 60, 90 days, whatever it is, you want to undo all that time that you spent building the body that you currently have. Like people don't realize, or maybe they forget, or maybe they don't want to admit it, but you're working on your body 24/7, and you're either working on it towards being a better body or a worse body. And you don't get to like stop making that choice. Like if you stop making that choice, your body automatically goes into, I'm going to make it a bad body. And if you neglect it for so long, I find it interesting that everybody is okay with not doing something for so long and then expecting results in like 30, 60, 90 days. It's just like, what are we doing here? Like, we need to be realistic. And then they get the results that they want, and then they go back to their old ways. And then they get frustrated, right? Because they're going on this cycle. And I understand that frustration. And that's why we have the NAC Warrior roadmaps, because I can show you how to like break this cycle. Like, it doesn't have to be this cycle. It can be like you're in control, you're ready to go, you got this, and, get that energy, and you don't have to worry about, oh, am I, on what cycle or whatever. It's like, it doesn't have to be that hard. It doesn't have to be, and like, there's so many different ways to approach this from a strategy perspective. And this is why, like, everything's individualistic. Like, what works for me won't work for you. And it's not because of my gender, it's not because of my age, it's mainly because of your your mentality. Like, the way you approach life is different than the way I approach life. And that's what makes things different. Like, we have to understand what unlocks your combination. Like, you have a certain way of approaching things that others won't relate to. And part of the NAC Warrior Roadmap is figuring out what that combination lock is for you, unlocking that so that it is interesting, it is fun, and we figure out the strategies and the things that we need to work with you till you get to the point where you are your new NAC warrior. You are your warrior now. You're walking around like, this is me. This is who I'm supposed to be. And you feel good about it. You feel proud about it. And yeah, it's just an amazing feeling. So if this is something you're looking for, jump into our Facebook group, NAC Warriors, and start our first program, Awakening Your Inner Warrior. It's super fun. It's super easy. Super easy? Yeah, it's super easy. I would say it's easy, but it's powerful. It's powerful. That's the important thing. It's very powerful. We get you running, not physically unless you like running. We get you up and running. We teach you the basics, and once you're done, it's just amazing what happens to individuals from when they start to where they are when they graduate from that program. And it's super, super cool because it's like light bulbs have turned on, and like, it's just amazing. People are like, how come like this is hidden? It's not hidden. People just don't talk about it. They focus on what everybody wants, which are the results, and I get that. But to permanently get the results, we have to go deeper. And I found a fun way to do it. So if that's something you're interested in, please join us, NAC Warriors, on our Facebook group. It's free, it's fun, and join our challenge. We got challenges going on every single month. It's fun. And I will see you tomorrow.